Welcome back to another ranking video, and today we are ranking my blushes. First part is going to be cream blushes and second part is powder blushes. I will not include any kind of duos because duos for me are part of the face palettes. And I don't know whether or not this tutorial has already been put online. I guess not, but I promise you it will come. We start off with number 14, and this is the Vief Sunset Blush Balm. I like them, they're good, but they're actually nothing special in my opinion. They do tend to kind of blend away a bit. I used to have two colors of those. I decluttered one and I am currently just having the Cheer Up shade, which is a nice pinky shade. Is it something innovative and revolutionary in the blush world? No, definitely not, but it's a good liquid blush. They blend easy, but they, as I said, kind of tend to blend away. So maybe if you're a beginner with blush, this is probably the type of blush that you could try first. Number 13 are the liquid blushes from Made by Mitchell. This is the shade Cold Heart. All the other shades that I decluttered in my declutter series that you've seen probably in October or something like that. Cold Heart is the only one that I kept because of the shade. The formulation of those is really, really nice, but for my liking, they are actually a bit too intense. So you need to have a very, very, very careful hand. I am talking Rare Beauty intensity from the liquid blushes, but ×2. It's a bit too much for my liking, but the shade is really pretty. This is such a nice white-based, icy, blue-toned pink that I just could not part with it. But the liquid blushes are definitely nothing I would specifically buy from the brand. Number 12, and if you remember my first impression on this, the Chanel Water Fresh Blush. Still not a fave. I like it more than the other two, but for whatever reason, this blush will just not grow on me, and I'm pretty sure when I declutter next time my liquid and cream blush department here, I will get rid of this. This is the shade Light Pink, and nothing in this shade is light pink. This is a straight up warm peach, and this is just nothing that I wear on a daily basis because warm peaches just tend to look sick on me. And not sick in the good way, sick in a way that I have like a rash on my face. Very, very sad, but for now I'm still keeping it, and it's not the least favorite. I mean, that's something. Number 11 are the Jouer blush sticks. I got these last year in kind of a Christmas set. I already got rid of one because there were 3 of them, and I kept the shades Be Loud, which is this beautiful dark mauve shade, and I also kept the shade Peony, which is this beautiful blue-based pink. They are pretty decent, pretty mediocre decent, so it's nothing mind-blowing, it's nothing that will change your blush application, but they're solid, good blushes. If you are on the hunt for a blush stick that is affordable and applies well, these are the ones to check out in my opinion. Number 10 is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand. This is a high blush. This is a shade Pinkgasm, and although I like this, and if you would have asked me in the beginning of the year, I probably would have ranked this in the top 3 or top 5. But I have tested so many other incredible blushes, even from the Charlotte Tilbury brand, that this just kind of, it went down in my ranking through the past year. And with 10, I'm very happy. It's a good one, but once this is empty, I will not repurchase this. It's not that good. Number 9 is fairly new to my collection. This is the FMGT Moisture Cushion Blush, and this is, as the name says, it's a cushion inside. Then you pat with the applicator and then you pat it on your face. So you have this little like puff, and inside you have this pink cushion. I really enjoy this formulation. I just did not want to put it as high because I have not tested it well enough for that. From the uses that I got out of this, and we're talking like, I don't know, 5 or 6 uses so far, I like this. I do not like the application method, but it's a moisture cushion blush, so how else can you apply this? The color, the formulation is really nice. This does not stay on for long and it's not very pigmented. I think this is a really good beginner blush, and compared to the other blushes that we already talked about, this is much better than all of them. Number 9 are the Oh So Loved Chantecaille Cheek Gelées. I bought these because everybody raves about them. Every high-end influencer, every luxury content creator is just raving about those. They're more in the middle field. I think they're very overpriced for what they are. I still like them. I especially love the shade Vibrant because this is more of a purple leaning shade that is so sheer that it gives just the most beautiful like hue of color on your cheeks. I think full price they retail for around €50. This is way too much for what they are. Number 7, do you remember this viral gem? The Nars liquid blush in the shade Orgasm. It was popular on TikTok like 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago. I have no idea. I even used it today in this look and I just got reminded of how much I love this. This is a beautiful blush and I never tried the new Nars liquid formulations, but I heard not so many good things about them. So this one has my heart. It separates, so you do have to shake it. The application method is a bit like of a hassle because it is very liquidy, but I just love the color. It's a solid number 7. Number 6 are the Say Do blushes, and I actually have 5 of them, but one I was not able to unbox that came in the Cult Beauty Buyer's Edit that I got. I have the shades Rosy, Spicy, Chili, and Baby. Baby is a new one from the limited edition holiday set. It's not my favorite, but the formulation of these is excellent. They go on kind of jelly-ish, you know what I mean? They're not like liquid, not creamy. Though, like depending on the shade, very, very different. So for example, Spicy has more of a creamy consistency, while the Baby shade is more of this jelly consistency. I don't know how other to describe this. I love them all. I think these are beautiful blushes. They're nicely pigmented. They blend super easy, and the sets where you get 3 of those minis for around $30 is a really good one. At number 5, we have the, in my opinion, better option for Charlotte Tilbury blushes, the matte blush ones. They came out this year? I think this year. Oh my god, I have no clue, but I think this year. And I have the shades Pillow Talk Dream Pop, and Pillow Talk Pink Pop. All of them are amazing, especially, and I just want to mention this, the Dream Pop shade is a beautiful watermelon colored blush shade that looks absolutely stunning. This is my summer sweaty hot cheek color. Love that, but in the most beautiful way. Like not in the way that I cannot breathe and I'm sweating and I'm stinky, more in a nice glow way. They are matte, but they're not dry matte. They go on nice, but be careful, they're very, very pigmented. Number 4 are those little toilet seats. These are the Rose Ink lip and cheek colors. I do have 3 different shades of them, and I really want to have more, but I know that I don't need more. The shades that I own are Heliotrope, which is the only one that I have pan on because I had it in a project pan this year. Then I have the shade Ophelia, beautiful bright and pink color. And my favorite out of all of them is the shade Azalea or Azalea. I think it's Azalea because this dark violet-y purple is just such a vampy, sophisticated blush shade. I want to lick this. Beautiful cream blushes. I really love to use them with their own blush. They have a specifically cream blush brush for this. Oh my god, tongue twister alarm. It's a bit scratchy, but it works wonders with this formulation. Number 3, and I wish once more that they were not so expensive, the Westman Atelier products. This is the Baby Cheeks blush stick in the shade Paddle. If this is not the most boring pink blush that you have ever seen, I don't know what it is. But it's a beautiful everyday blush. The only thing that I don't like is the price and the name. What the fuck is Baby Cheeks? What are they referring to? It disgusts me a bit. If it wasn't so expensive, it probably would have been my number 1 blush. You're probably thinking now, Emma, haven't you tried the Pat McGrath blush sticks? Have you decluttered them? No. They rank at my number 2. I'm not holding up all of them. I have 4 of the shades. This is Paradise Peony that I have here. And I don't know if you can tell, but I've used quite a bit of this. They are amazing. If you are dumb like me and you try to smear them on your face like this, you will not like them because they will rub off everything. If you take a fluffy domed brush like that and then you go over this and then you tap it on your face, you will love them. This is actually the way that I saw the promo videos doing this, or like the makeup artists and promo videos. They swiped it with a brush and then they put it on the cheeks. Absolutely amazing. All 4 of the shades that I own, I love equally. They could not be better. I think this is a great formulation, and I think price-wise for Pat McGrath, they're quite affordable. I think they retail for around 25, 28 euros, something like that, which is a good price. You get 7 grams, which is a standard size for a blush. The package, yeah, it's oh my god. It's plastic, but if she would have put it in like metal packaging, we would probably end up with the prices of Westman Atelier. I mean, a Westman Atelier blush stick is 60 bucks or 70 even. Way too expensive. But these, a fair number 2. Surprise of the year for me, to be honest, because I hated them at first. Number 1 of the cream blushes, who would have thought, and I will not hold up all of them because I have 10 shades, the Rare Beauty ones. They have my heart since the first moment that I tried them. Now that I have used with the brushes, or like last year I started using them with the Rare Beauty blush brush that is specifically made for them, even better. I love these, they're incredible, and I will forever, ever use them. They are so pigmented, so you probably do not need 10 shades like I, because a lot of them are very similar. But at the end, I just love to collect them. They are all amazing, and I can wear all of them. Like even this, I can use. And if you want to see this in action, I used this in my beginner series video about blush. Let's talk about the powder blushes. And on number 9, it kind of breaks my heart, but this is the Flower Nose Moonlight Mermaid. Yeah, Moonlight Mermaid blush. I love this design, I love this color. My problem with this is, and that is also the reason why this is only the least favorite of all of them, the color payoff is nearly invisible. So and I am very white, I need about, I don't know, 6 or 7 layers of powder blush to make this work. The good thing is it does layer very well, so it's not ending up super cakey on your face, but you have to put a lot of effort into them to make them work. They are very targeted towards white women. I am a very white woman and I still can't make this to show up after one swipe. Other than that, I think it's a beautiful blush and I would definitely not declutter it. I will put that extra effort in, but I cannot rank this higher as the last place. Number 8, and for whatever reason, I fell out of love with this. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Mood Exposure. It's a beautiful shade. It's my favorite from the Hourglass line. I love the blush formulation. They're like very light and soft and easy. They are buildable, but you actually don't have to build them. But you have to pay nearly 50 euro for one of them and you get only 4 grams. And when I compare it to all the other blushes that I have, and in this ranking we will have a shade that is even better to this, but in the same color family, I don't know if it's really worth it. I like it more than the Flower Nose one because of the color payoff, but in general, I probably cannot recommend you buying a single Hourglass blush. Way too expensive. Whole different topic when we talk about the face palettes and the face palette ranking because they ranked super high, but the single blushes, at number 8 is a good choice. Because the one that is better but still not perfect is the Chanel blush. And I am talking specifically about the Chanel Harmony, the blushes, oh no, Blush Harmony in the shade 798 Beige Rose A Mauve. This is a limited edition blush, so chances are high that this is sold out and you cannot get it anymore. But this shade is basically like the Mood Exposure shade from Hourglass, but without the glow. So this is more of a matte blush. It's a beautiful formulation. My biggest critique with this, if you are not aware of the bronzer or contour that you use, and they kind of do not work in undertone with each other, you will end up with a very, very muddy area right here. I don't like it that much and I have no idea what is going to happen once I reach this more orange layer. I guess it will not happen a lot. I, for a moment, thought about not mentioning it, but I want to rank it. I want to be fair. My dispute with Glamlite is another level. We are just talking about the products. Therefore, number 6 is actually the Glamlite Ghost Face Blush. I really enjoy this because this is a blood red blush. I do not have a blood red blush anywhere in my collection, and I really enjoy using this, especially now when it's cold. I love this all over my fucking face. It's a beautiful formulation. Please keep in mind, these are very, very pigmented. Same pigment level as House Labs, for example. So you have to use a very careful light hand. But other than that, I love it. I love the packaging. And if it was not this motherfucking shit brand, I would have talked about this even more. Okay, let's move on. Number 5 is the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Powder Blush, and I do have the shade Poppy Pink. Very, very general, mediocre, basic bitch pink, but with a beautiful formulation. They blend themselves. Like, you put the brush in, swipe it, blend it, done. Next. Very, very pretty. I also love the packaging. I just want to mention that this metal packaging here feels so much more luxe than the plastic bullshit that is in the other packaging happening. I just had to mention it. Number 4 are the oh so overpriced Gucci blushes. Each of these retails for over 50 euro here in Germany, and I do have the shade True Pink and I think Silk Rose. Yeah, Silky Rose is the other one. The formulation is so good that I can look past that price tag. That's why they're number 4. Number 3 are the oh so TikTok famous Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blushes. Is it Dior Backstage? Yeah, it's Dior Backstage. Wait a second. Are they still Dior Backstage? Because this is the pink shade from the first launch, and then they reformulated their blushes throughout the year, and now it's not Dior Backstage on the back anymore. Doesn't matter. I do have 3 shades. This is the pink shade, then we have Rosewood and Cherry. I love them all. The new versions are much more pigmented in my opinion. They go on a bit differently, but I still like them. I personally like this one the most out of all 3 because it's like this has started it. This has started the blue pinks, and I think blue based pink blush is just so pretty. I can wear it all day. Number 2 are the wonderful RMS Hydra blushes, or Redimension Hydra blushes. I think they have by now 10 shades or something like that. I used to have all of them besides the new ones that came out this year, but I decluttered a lot of them. And now I'm only sitting here with French Rose, which is one of the most beautiful neutral pinks that I own. Such a wonderful shade. Then we have the newest one, Bohemian Girl. This reminds me a lot of Nars Orgasm without the intense gold glitter in it. It's a really, really pretty shade that even suits me, and I hate blushes like that usually. And then we have Pomegranate Fizz, beautiful, intense reddish blush, absolutely stunning. All of them have a glow finish going on, so depending on how you like your style, you maybe can skip highlighter. I will of course put highlighter on top of that. And now the best blushes that I ever tried, the number 1, the unbeaten House Labs. These are the fucking bangers of the blush industry. I think if I had to get rid of all my makeup and I could keep only one brand per category, it would be the House Labs blushes in the powder blush category because they are so, so good. And I want to just mention my favorite shade because I have 5 here. It's this one, and you're like, ah, you're so funny, the packaging is silver. This is Lavender Blonde. This is the newest one that came out this year. Look at this purple. Look at this purple. Seriously, look at it. Did you look? It's beautiful. It is what it is. It's a lavender blonde shade. It goes on my face like, it looks exactly like the color that my hair has when I freshly toned it. This lavender hue that is going on. I love it. Maybe not this hair because this is more of a bluish undertone because I wanted to have white gray, but usually I do have a lavender undertone. And there you have it. These are my blush rankings. This is how I feel about them. Your question of the day is, what is your favorite cream and or powder blush? Let us know down below. Is there something that I should try out next year? Let me know. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any new video. And I'll see you tomorrow.